we sat and they sang and everything till about 6 o'clock in the morning. It's like really, just completely impromptu. It was bizarre, but it was amazing. So right, this is for Gemini, yeah? So what it says is your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust, let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience, all manifests in perfect timing. So this is it, let this, you're stopping things coming to you, Gemini, by being too defensive, okay? Not everybody wants to fight you and not everybody wants to oppose you, okay? So, right, I hope that makes sense. Right, Lost Boys, Kiefer Sutherland is the best. Kiefer Sutherland. No, I like Jason Patrick. Yeah, Michael in it. He's the best one in it, I feel. Right, where's my cards? I've just lost my cards. No, I haven't. I've told you today I'm like, yeah, somewhere else. Oh, thank you. Somebody this and I'm beautiful. This is really, like I say, accepting compliments is my, we were, the other day I got about 4 or 5 people came up to me and said a certain thing. And one of my friends said, what have they said? And it was all the same thing. And they'd said, you glow, Tanya, you've got so much light when I look at you. But 4 different people. And my friend said, take it on board. This is it. If they're all saying it, that's what they're saying, So, yeah, that was nice, but it still makes me a bit uncomfortable. Right, okay, so who do we have? Gemini, Taurus. Is it Cancer? Yeah. Is it Cancer after Taurus? Because I don't want to miss one out, because I get wrong for that as well. Yup, Cancer. Right, Cancer. Cancer, what do Cancer need to embrace, and what is their challenge going to be this Sagittarius full moon? Thank you for your time, all of you, as well. I really appreciate it. I know it's a Monday, and Mondays aren't very good days, but, I really appreciate you being here. And the support that I get continued as well from you. Right, okay, so, Cancer. Cancer, whoa, this is, I love your energy since the first time I saw your video. It was so positive, but no bullshit. Thank you. Thank you for that. You remind me of the song, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. What's that, the Monty Python? There's always a bright side, even in the dark side, there is. And like I say, I sit between the two of them. That was, if anybody's seen the writing that I'd done on Instagram last night, it was just my thoughts. And, that in order for me to understand something, I need to write it. And then I post it without editing. So, yeah, but I sit between the dark and the light, because that's it. That's neutral, isn't it? I want to know about the big round crystal that you used in the multicolored one. What kind of age? Because I want to get the Fosters. I know about the big round crystal that you used, the multicolored one. What kind? This one, I don't know a great deal about it. I know that it's Aura Verde, green gold. That's what it is, and I'm sure it's part of the. I'm sure it's part of the quartz family. I feel. I really do. Right, okay, so who we're talking about? Cancer. Yeah, Cancer, you have got, please, I'm getting that Pixie song. What is it? Where is my mind? This is it. It's like a Prodigy video in my head at the moment. You've got external, internal, you're beating yourself up. It's almost like there is a riot going on inside of your head here. And you need to, whoa. There's chaos, okay? There's chaos going on inside of your head, but you are not taking notice of anything that it's saying. It's almost like blah, 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 blah. It's all of this, and it's just, you're not actually focusing in on one bit of it. So you're not getting any answers from this. And what you're doing is you're trying to block off from it. And you're trying to not see it, and you're trying to dream of this better future where everything will be all right and your head will turn itself off. Your head is never going to turn itself off because you are the one that controls it. And if you don't put that stop button on it, it's not going to happen. you know. So this is it. It's where you need to look at where your externals are affecting your internal thought process, okay? Because there's something, it's not of your doing, but you're allowing something to run rings around you and actually keep you in this state of anxiety and keep you in this state of turmoil, okay? This is going to be highlighted massively over this full moon, okay? So what you need to do here is you need to stop. You need to quiet your mind here. Okay, and you need to look at what exactly is going on. Yes, that might be more than one thing, but break it down one thing at a time, because at the moment there's just this big chaotic mess and you're ending up beating yourself up with it and you're going nowhere with it. You know, it's almost like you're ready for a fight, you're fighting yourself, you know, you're getting tired, and it's like, right, okay, you need to think of a different way to do things. You know, if some of you do anything, again, if I feel this could be writing, write down the thoughts that are in your head, write down where you feel that you are being challenged and you have troubles, okay? And when they're written down in bullet point form, don't go into a mass on rant, because that's what you're doing in your head, and that's where you're losing point of the actual core problem that is happening for you, okay? So it's bullet points. Write it down. What is going on? Even keep it to 3 or 4 word sentences, okay? And then you can see which one is priority. Tackle the priority one first, okay? Cross that off, and then put the next one in order of priority, and then the next one. And this is it. This is the work that you've got to do over this coming time, because trying to pretend it doesn't exist, or maybe trying to find solace in a different way, is not going to help you, okay? You're your own worst enemy at this moment in time, Cancer, and over this full moon, it is really going to be highlighted, okay? So, like I say, be gentle with yourself, be secure within yourself as well, you know, and whoa, sorry, that was just spirit just came in like so loud through my ears. It literally went, meow, straight out in one ear and out the other. Yeah, Cancer, please be gentle with yourself, okay? Switch that mind off. It's, you know, my mind is a crazy place to venture, but being in this one is not nice. At least mine's like a bit like a carnival. I said I was doing a meditation a few months ago, and it was in this group meditation, and they said, get inside of your mind and describe what's there. And people were saying they had filing cabinets and they all had that, and all I could get was, you know, that tune on the like at the fairgrounds where it's like that was all that was going on, and I was like, oh, there's a coconut shy, oh look, there's bumper cars. That was what it was inside my mind. I loved it. I really loved it. Right, okay, so spirit card for Cancer. Right, there you go. Again, instinct. And it says, follow your natural instincts. You are making the current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe. Okay, so there you go. It's not as complicated. Simplify it. Simplify your life, Cancer. You know, everything doesn't have to be a drama. You know, you just want Dharma. That's what you want. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. So Cancer, Leo we've got now. Leo. And then we're nearly done. Thank you, Tanya, for the Gemini messages. No problem. You're welcome. De nada. You have great taste in movies and music. Thank you. The circus song. Yeah, that's what it is, the circus song. It's circus in my head. Ah, right. That's interesting. There's a friend of mine who's actually they're a relationship therapist and sex therapist and stuff like that. And I've probably mentioned this before, and I maybe shouldn't mention it because it's their work, but they are writing a book at the moment, and they say that you can see whether two people are compatible like as soon as they meet by asking them this question. And he has a question, and it's called the circus question, and it's so interesting. But yeah, I'll ask first before I can say it, because I don't want to share somebody else's work without their permission. Right, okay. All right. Right, okay, so who am I on? Leo. Right. Right, Leo, I feel this is going to be a real emotional one for you, okay? There is something being dredged up, but in a good way, okay? These emotions, it's almost like, Leo is usually not in the emotional, not the most emotional of the zodiac signs, like I say, they're fire, they're, they kind of, don't like the water to be around the water, but it's all coming in, a lot of emotions. And it's also, I feel here, the power of your emotions is going to be highlighted over this this full moon, okay? You're really going to have to dig deep here and realize where you actually control your emotions or you control other people's emotions. So there's a letting go here, there's a letting things flow, there's a letting them go organically in the direction that they want to. And this could bring in challenges, whether this is with a partner, whether this is work mates, whether this is children, whatever. I feel the challenge for you is to let there's a chance of letting somebody or something, letting it go in the direction it wants to. If you're trying to force the direction, you're going to come up against like resistance about this person. It's going to make your job harder. It's going to make your life harder, okay? So what you need to do is say, if you love somebody, let them go out and make their own mistakes. Even if this is a child, you can't say to them, don't do that, because whatever, they've got to learn through experience, okay? So there's going to be emotional time. There could be somebody leaving or somebody going in a different direction, somebody taking another path to what you initially thought that they were going to, or that you feel is better for them. But this is their life. You need to focus on yours, okay? So there's a real big thing coming up about you mastering your emotions over this full moon, okay? And bringing the balance in. Let the light, this is it. They're showing me the full moon there. And let this pour down into you and illuminate the parts where you store your emotions and illuminate the dark parts of that as well, okay? So really be honest with yourself and be truthful with yourself, and you will see that there is a massive healing as a result, okay? So let go of control and you will let go of the chaos that is around you. Let everybody go in the direction that they want to, and it might be the wrong one, but then you come back, and let them do it. If you don't let them do it, if we hold something too tightly, then, it's not free. And the second we let go of that grasp, it'll be away. At least with this, it's got the chance of coming back and there being a happy medium within it. Okay. So I hope that makes sense. All right. Right. I'm not sure about sending emails and sharing emails and everything on this. I'm sorry. I know nobody's doing it in any bad way, but it's yeah, I know everybody in here is okay, but there are some people that are in here that don't show themselves as well. And as many of you know that watch me a lot of times, there are some, it's not always nice people that are in these groups. So it would be better, because I kind of don't want it to be on my head if anything happens like that. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you understand that, Yes, the world is a beautiful place, but there's also some people who don't see that. So I really hope that makes sense. So please, can we not have any emails being sent in here? If there's a moderator in, could you please delete them ones? This is for your own good, not for mine. Okay. Right. So Leo. Spirit card for Leo. Yeah, I don't want to have to stop doing the comments on this, because I enjoy the comments as much as you do. But when it's, I've got to try and moderate it, and I can't moderate it when I'm reading as well and connecting. Okay. Yeah, there's lots of creeps, shamanic. Yeah. Okay. Oh. Right. Right. Okay, so here you go. You've got this one, angel over me. Now, like I say, this was a kind of protection that you're getting. And this is the protection card. Angel wings surround you, trust. Replace your fear with love. You are eternally held and safe within the arms of an angel. So this is it. I know you might be, trying to guide people because, you love them or you care for them as well. But sometimes the best way to show you love and you care for them is allowing them to do things on their own back. I know you want to protect them, but then what's more important here is about you feeling protected and you trusting that if you're protected, then anybody connected to you is protected as well. Okay. Right. So Leo, Virgo, this is me. See what this is coming out with. Too many stalkers. I had to delete my Facebook. Yeah. It's insane. It is insane, some of the things. And I know the messages that I get from people, that are, there's everybody has their own reason why they do things. But, I don't want to, I can handle them, I can handle that. But I don't want these to be on anybody's personal. So I hope you understand why I'm saying that and that you respect it as well. Okay. Right, finally, Virgo. Yeah, what have we got coming up? Yeah, Shamanic Chronicles. I always get really nervous when I see the Virgos, but what I'm feeling, I'm kind of feeling the groove with this. I think this moon's going to be a good, but, famous last words. What was it? One of them. And I was like, this Mercury retrograde's great. I'm sailing through it. And then, boom, literally that night that I done the video, I got knocked off my feet. Right, okay, so Virgo, what do you need to embrace and what is your challenge going to be? God, is that the time? Where has the day gone? I went out for breakfast this morning. I literally stopped. Yeah, it gets disturbing. It does, and that's it. I'm not just saying this to be like, to spoil things, but yeah, this is how things are. Right, okay, anyway, we're clearing the energy and we're not getting into this. So Virgo, what you need to embrace, what is really, really going for you, okay, in this Sagittarius moon. I said I felt that this was good for Virgo. This is saying your communication, okay? Communication. This is good. There's a lot of problems going to be solved. There's a lot of ideas. It's almost, I don't know if this is spirit communication, communicating with others or whatever, but this is